Welcome to Mr. V Teaching Math. This is the first in a series of videos in which we will be looking at algebra. First of all, what exactly is algebra in math? Well, let's start with some very simple questions. Two plus what equals 7? Well, many of you can already tell that this is 5. And what you've just done is algebra. You have the answer, but you're looking for the question. Sort of a backwards kind of work. Sometimes you're going to see questions written like this. They'll put a square box to indicate the number that you don't know, and then you can write your answer in here. But when we really get into algebra, what we use for a number that we don't know, or what sometimes can be a number that will change, which we'll learn more about later on, we use what's called a variable, something that either we don't know or something that can change. They'll use a symbol for that. And mathematicians have agreed to use similar symbols for these things they call variables. Typically, you're going to find them using x's, y's, and often z's. For those of you in the United States, you can call that a z if you want. X, y, and z. Those are the most common ones. Other common ones will often be a, b, c. Occasionally you're going to see n. The most common ones, though, are x, y, and z. A couple things I want to point out to you, though. You'll notice this x, that I didn't go like this. Think for a moment, why would I make my x like this and not like this? By the way, some people like to do their cursive x's more like this. You can do it that way too. Why don't they want to use this? Because this is the multiplication symbol. And it'll be very easy to get that and that mixed up. So, one way or another, you need to have a cursive x. There are a couple other places where that can be a problem. You'll notice I did something funny with my z. 2 or z. If you're using a z, put a slash through it to indicate that it is a z and not a 2. Another one that can often be a problem with, that's the letter T. Or is it a plus sign? So anytime if you have to use the letter T, put a little fish hook on the end of it. That is the letter T. That way it won't get confused with an addition symbol. X, Z, and T. This is all algebra is, but using some fancy letters.